I don't see it going any other way than the first one. I think Dillashaw is just a bit too diverse and versatile as well for Barao. You know, that movement, that unorthodox movement, that footwork, you know, the variation with his striking, and just kind of, I just don't think Barao is going to have any answers for it, to be honest. I think it's going to be a similar fight again.
I definitely believe Dillashaw can do it again. You know, sometimes you've got a fighter's number. Renan Barao is a counter striker, and he had a hard time being the one to initiate a combination consistently throughout a whole fight. You know, he is very good at countering, very explosive with it, and a very heavy striker. But when it came to consistently putting together an offensive attack, that wasn't really a strong area. But that is TJ Dillashaw's strong area. He can initiate attack, make you counter, and then go for what he really wanted to do. And I think that's one thing that's going to happen in this fight. He's going to be able to keep Renan Barao off balance, going up and down his body, going different levels, make him think he's doing this, but really doing that.
You know, he's a young champion, Dillashaw, so we don't know what to expect. Is he on cloud 9, cutting corners, thinks he can't be beat, or is he digging deep because he wants to keep that belt again? He won easily. Sometimes it's a bad thing because you think you're going to win easily again. I don't know if Barao is going to get. It's just a question of styles, but if you look at it on paper, Barao has a lot more experience. He has a lot more time being a champion, so he should take it back.
I think TJ's got him again. He's just got a lot better movement. He's faster. He doesn't have the same power, but he's got speed on him, and I think that'll play out the same way.
I see the fight going the same way, is the truth. I think he'll try switching things up, but I can't see him getting the success.
Well, I like TJ. I think TJ's gonna win this one. I mean, Barao has a good style, but I don't think he's gonna be fast enough for TJ.
Barao didn't expect TJ. You know, TJ wasn't well known. He thought, oh, whatever, I'm just gonna go run through this TJ Dillashaw, and TJ Dillashaw shocked the world. And so now I think Barao's training like that, and so I think it's gonna be an all-out, exciting, great 5-round war. TJ's tough as hell. Barao's one of the toughest guys, pound for pound. And I really think TJ's going to be able to get it again. I mean, TJ's figured out how to beat Barao. He understands like his angles and what he's got to get on Barao and where he hit and move. And Barao's kind of a planted feet, heavy striker. And I think TJ's wrestling can keep it on their feet, and he can keep it dynamic enough to pick them apart again.
Barao didn't have an answer for the dynamic movements of Dillashaw. And not just that, but you got to remember, Dillashaw didn't even wrestle in that fight. That was pure striking. He put a striking clinic on him just by mixing it up and not being readable, moving in and out, using feints, and using a crazy high pace. He was first always. Barao was always waiting to counter, and that's something that I don't think is going to change from this second matchup. Dillashaw's a goer, he moves, and he's always first. That being said, I see this being a very tough matchup the second time around for Barao again.
I think Dillashaw doing his best. He gets him in the first moment, you know, but I think Renan Barao gonna have the way. Him and the Pederneiras gonna train and gonna have the way to take this belt back to Brazil.
If he didn't get kicked in the head, he wouldn't be hurt. Well, that's what the fight is, you know. Every single loss that I have, if I didn't get punched or if I didn't get submitted, you know, it'd be the same thing. So that's kind of funny.
You expect the guy to come out like a champion, and you know, TJ just has to be one up on him again. TJ had a great fight. We all knew that he had it in him because we train with him every day, and we believe he has it again. I believe he did get hurt by the head kick. You know, I think he got hurt on a lot of stuff in that fight. So I'm expecting it to be a barn burner, but I expect TJ to win.
He says the head kick hurt him. I think it was the overhand right as well. I mean, so what didn't hurt him? The whole point is to beat up your opponent, and I did that for 5 rounds. And I'm going to continue to do the same, but I'm going to add things to my game. You know, maybe I'll take him down and submit him this time. He thinks he's a great Brazilian black belt, and I got some of the best skills in here in the gym and that as well. So I feel like I want to dominate him in every aspect, and we'll add some things to the game and maybe finish him a different way.